nicely spread wide for Ian Wone. Roy making a diagonal run. Forrest, though, checking back to the disappointment of the crowd. But here's David Phillips from a long, long way out. Remember him scoring on a Monday Night Football against Forest for Norwich. Season they went down.
Stuart Pearce as well, for the first time in the match, made one of these forward runs right up to the edge of the 18-yard box.
To see where Collymore is, he's a long way away at the moment. Roy might have to go all the way on his own, and he does.
Lovely strike. Beautiful connection. He was being chased, and it's not always easy to run with the ball in, but he was never looked like he was getting caught. Now Steve Bruce's decision is, when do I start to close him down? He obviously had great confidence in his goalkeeper because he let him come an awful long way.
Collymore, well, he almost falls for Steve Stone.
Well, Peter Schmeichel's pretty relieved that that didn't bounce another yard away from him. That was Collymore showing us that although Pallister wants him to go on the outside, he's confident enough on his left foot to just take it in and fire it goal. You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to put it a little bit further in this corner, near the camera, this right-hand side. He couldn't quite get enough bend in it.
Oh, that was a beautiful volley from Andrei Kanchelskis, and Manchester United, the champions, are one up.
Well, what can you say? Just when you're talking about how well Forrest have done. I said about Sharp's crossing, it was good. He picks out Kanchelskis beautifully, but I'll tell you what, he's still got an awful lot to do. I bet you Frank Clark wasn't too worried when this ball came over in. He's thinking he'll have to pull it down, but that never entered his head. It was quite an exquisite volley, it really was.
Beautiful skill, beautiful execution. That could so easily have ended about 25 yards up in the stands. Steve Stone. And the important saving tackle.
Pallister again, he doesn't have to do well for them. Stone had about 2 or 3 yards on him. Look at the gap he's got to make up. Look at the distance. Look at the drive in Pallister. The determination to say, you're not getting that across. That's superb stuff.
It was a really great challenge, wasn't it? Forrest, one down. Wone curls this one in. Ince is the one who wins it on the near post. That'll be another corner as it goes on to that... Stan Collymore!
Oh, that's brilliant, Ian. What a great response from Forrest, and particularly Collymore. But I tell you what, there's 1 or 2 people looking round in the back four of United at their goalkeeper. I think they're as surprised as everyone else around here that sneaked in there. Goalkeeper of Schmeichel's quality shouldn't leave that gap, and certainly shouldn't be beaten. I bet you Gary Pallister's quite happy with what he's done. And I tell you, it's a great finish, but question marks over the goalkeeper. Full marks to Collymore, but question marks over Schmeichel.
1-1. He found just about the only square inch that was available to him, Collymore. Now Giggs coming back again. Oh, the quality of the shooting tonight is unbelievable.
Yeah, I had a feeling about this, didn't I? I said early on, I had a feel about a really good game. And to be fair, the players haven't disappointed us.
Well, it's really set the city ground on fire, metaphorically speaking, that goal from Collymore. Pearce, Roy, Collymore again. Forrest really do look in the mood, as you'd expect, with more again. And United really having to work.
Great touch from Brian Roy. Under severe pressure from Gary Pallister, but look at the way he's still able to control the pass to Stone. And they're a bit unlucky here. I wondered if he'd go and commit Steve Bruce himself, but watch Steve Bruce's experience. Look at that, well in control. Look at that for a strike. Sheer magnificent. Nothing wrong with the goalkeeper's position there, but nothing he could do. But Stan wasn't about to be outdone, was he? Gets past Paul Ince. He can't tackle him, he knows that. He's going to shift his body. Gary Pallister wants him to go wide. Collymore obliged him. I think Pallister's happy, but I don't think he's happy about that. Great finish, but slightly suspect goalkeeping.
Him as well, Little with the acrobatic clearance. Ince again. Pallister thought about the shot, and it was Wone who charged it down.
Gary Pallister's that far up the pitch in because Brian Roy, when Manchester United have got Forrest in the last third, is just dropping off. Gary Pallister's going with him.
Goal attempts, Forest 10, Manchester United 4.
A magnificent goalkeeping. Felt for Steve Bruce. He had a terrible decision to make, whether to press the ball or back off.
Forest so close to taking the lead, and Brian Roy close to maintaining his goal-a-game record since he joined Nottingham Forest. 3 out of 3, including the pre-season games and the goal at Ipswich at the weekend. Great run from Wone to set it up as well, Andy.
I'd have put money on Roy. I really would. In that position, I thought this lad's got composure and skill. He opted for a bit of power.
And having asked 1 or 2 questions earlier about Schmeichel, Crossley off quickly off his line this time. I was going to say, having asked some questions earlier about Schmeichel, have to give him credit for that save earlier.
Here Steve Bruce has got a problem. I mean, he knows that Brian Roy making a run across the back of Wone is a problem. If he presses too early, Wone slips Roy in. But that's a great strike. But look at Schmeichel. Look how quickly he's up. Spreads himself. Ah, that's great goalkeeping. It really is superb stuff.
Now here's McClare. The first save wasn't bad either, was it?
Look at that.
Great touch he has. Collymore. A lot of men forward. Steve Stone on the far post. Well, he tried to do a Kanchelskis, but not with the same result. Now the flag is up on the far side.
Linesman suggesting that the goalkeeper stepped over the line with the ball. I think we'll find that. Oh, he's given a goal kick. I thought he was suggesting that Peter Schmeichel had caught it and stepped over the line.
Stone's up there as well. Wone's arriving. Still Roy. Wone, and the impetus was rather lost in the end.
Well, that was an opportunity. 2 against 2. David May did well.
And you know from the reaction of the crowd that this is Roy Keane.
But that's the change I expected if Alex was going to keep. Good goalkeeping. Earlier, Hughes had dummied for McClare. This time, McClare repaid him a lovely step over. Got down very quickly. It's a good save because it's close to his body and it's often difficult to get down quickly. But look at Crossley, look how quickly he's down there. And that's good goalkeeping.
Mark Crossley, who's had his rough times. He hasn't. Collymore 3. Oh, and again, Schmeichel saves Manchester United.
Brilliant goalkeeping, that's all you can say. Absolutely top bracket. But it's great movement. Watch the run of Collymore. You think May's got him, so does May. But that extra little bit of pace, he composes himself. That's goalkeeping of the highest quality.
Super. Oh! What an escape for Forest off the inside of the post and out.
Well, we said it was a good spell. And that would have just capped it perfectly for Manchester United. You sometimes need a bit of luck in a match.
Now here's Stuart Pearce. Well, escapes at both ends. Schmeichel saving United, the post saving Forest. Ian Wone this time. Roy again on that left foot of his.
Well, Paul Ince isn't having much luck again, is he? Crossbar at the weekend, although Brian McClare did convert that rebound. And now the post today. But Des Little allows Sharp to get it down. And he drives it across the face of the goal. Now watch this for composure. Side foot, he thinks it's in. So does Mark Crossley. No luck.
Well, Paul Ince, who scored that wonder goal, of course, at Wembley as well in the Charity Shield, the bicycle kick. Sharp. Stone hustles him out of it. United again. At him, instead he feeds Collymore. Roy waiting in the middle. Kane got in a foot. Back in again by Wone. And Dennis Irwin won it well. And here's Phillips. Alistair hooks it away. And United grateful to ease the pressure.
Confident looking. He goes up there and Roy Keane just catches him. Can't get his leg down quick enough. But we've got Pearce, we've got Phillips. Both will fancy it. But I wouldn't mind betting that the number 3 will be in the end or something even.
He could take the back of the net off, couldn't he, metaphorically speaking here, Pearce. These are nervous moments for United. It's central. There we are, 22 yards out. That's the range, our new ball-to-wall measuring device. Hope you like that. Just a little addition. We try to come up with these new ideas for you.
Brave wall here, Ian, if he opts to blast this. Stuart Pearce.
And here is Pearce. Well, it was knocked back to him. In the end, he hit it from something like 27 yards.
Got a touch on the way through. Corner's been given.
Was. Oh, Colin Cooper there nearly had Forrest ahead. And look at Dave Phillips covering the ground to get that back. Well,
that's what we often talk about, Ian. A lot of teams don't put a man on the back post at times, but that's why Dennis Irwin was there. Because had he not been, then Forrest are 2-1 up.
Collymore knocks this on. Roy's attacking it. Pallister, though, solidity itself, isn't he, back there? Gemmell.
Dennis Irwin. It was Cooper that gets up at the near post. Great climb. But there's the value, Ian. That's it there of a man on the post.
Colin Cooper got 9 goals. Actually,
nothing wrong with the cross. Problem he had was no one's attacking it. You see it here, he's making his way, but they've only got really Mark Hughes there. Now, if Mark Hughes comes near post, then there's a chance there. But he opts to pull to the far, and then the chance is lost. But that's a decision you have to make as a...
to let go with one of his rockets. And here is Pearce. It skids. It was hard for Schmeichel, but he's got it.
Well, he wouldn't want to be beaten at his near post again. It's a big gap there. You can see it there, right on his right-hand side. But this time he does get across. And this time he is able to deal with it.
Oh, that's nice by Lee Sharp. He's beginning to make some progress down this left-hand side. Tries the lob, Crossley backpedaling furiously.
He's disappointed, Sharp. Wasn't going for the lob.
To McClare. And back here for Ince. Well, it was nearer the corner flag in the end. But remember, he did hit the post earlier on and having a little joke with Alan Wilkie.
I think he's saying about...
It doesn't look 10 yards to me. And we can prove it, 9.2. Now it is.
That's as far as you're going to get it now, I think.
Now does Stuart Pearce here give this game a glorious ending for newly promoted Nottingham Forest. Ooh, the wall did its job there. And I'm not sure who that did hit, but whoever it was knew all about it.
I think when the Forest players are saying to the referee, how come when Stuart Pearce hits the ball? I don't know, is it Steve Bruce?
Pallister there and feeds Collymore. Bruce bails out United. But maybe still something for Forest. Boheenan's there, not many men forward. Oh! Well, it went across the face of the bowler. Give credit to Steve Bruce there. I think he intelligently let that run. He knew there was nobody there.
Great judgment. An awful lot of defenders would have been hacking away at that ball in front of the goal 5 yards out. Steve Bruce had looked around, assessed the situation, and knew it was quite safe to let it go.
Yes, Andrei Kanchelskis with a sensational volley to put Manchester United ahead. But Forest striking back very quickly with a low drive from Stan Collymore that beat Peter Schmeichel by his near post. He won't have been too happy about that. He would have been very happy about a series of fabulous saves in the second half. And I think the fans enjoyed this. I think you will have done at home. Collymore, well, to me, he looks a star. He really does.
Looked a good player, and you're right.